We're up to mitzvah number 72. It's a very important mitzvah to understand. It was only found in Eretz Yisrael. Now, this is a mitzvah's loisase. It's a mitzvah. It's a prohibited mitzvah number 41 in the Torah. It's found in Shemais Chav Beis Pasek Chav Ches. Shemais 22 verse 28. It says Malei Oscha v'dimacho loisaacher. You cannot delay sa'acher. You cannot delay to offer the male'ah, mole, the fullness, v'dimacho, and that is the overflow of your presses. Meaning you can't the fullness of your harvest. You can't delay offering what you're supposed to give to all the different gifts, to either the Kohanim, the Leviim, to the Beis Hamikdash. And number one is it is forbidden to separate in an improper order. You have to go, there's a certain order that has to be done. Now, I'm going to explain to you the order, and then as I explain to you the order, I'm going to explain to each one what it is. First thing you take is bikurim. That is as the fruits became ripe. It's all the way in the end of the Torah it talks about bikurim. But bikurim is the first thing because it's the first fruits that have become ripened. What you do is we would take those to be presented to the kohen in the Beis Hamikdash, the first fruits of the trees. We're going to see later on that mitzvah. But that's the first thing that had to be given. The second thing was what we call truma, and we call the truma gedola, the main truma, the big truma. What is that? 2% of whatever you harvested had to be given to the kohen that you chose. Didn't have to be a kohen in the Beis Hamikdash. It could be your brother-in-law. Happens to be my brother-in-law's a kohen. So I would probably, we don't have any kohanim here, so I don't think you guys can say, why not me? All right, but my brother-in-law, let's say I'd give it to. So you can choose the kohen that you want. That's going to be also much later on in the Torah when we talk about truma. So that 2%, you really can give whatever you want. But we basically said the guy who's not a cheapskate and the guy who's not too overly generous gives 2%, roughly 2%, 1/50th. So first comes bikurim, the first fruits, then comes truma, then comes meiser rishon. That's called meiser rishon, the first tithe. That was approximately 1/10 of your harvest was given to a Levi, and the Levi in turn had to give something that he called meiser min meiser. He gave 1/10 of his stuff to the kohen. Okay, so it's called meiser min meiser. He gave that. The Levi gave it. So first we gave bikurim, the first fruits brought to the kohen of the Beis Hamikdash. That could be whatever was first. It wasn't like a certain amount. Okay, but they made it look very nice. Then after bikurim came truma, that gave to the kohen of your choice 2%. Then came meiser rishon. That's 1/10. Then you separate it from whatever's left, 1/10, and give it to a Levi. Again, Levi of your choice. Then came meiser sheni, which was the second meiser. That was during a set of Shemitah years. In those 7 years, the 3rd year and the 6th year was given something called meiser sheni. Okay? Now, we used to give like this. We used to go, the first, that was called meiser ani. That was in the 3rd and the 6th year. But first what you did was, the first year was meiser rishon, the first meiser you gave to Levi. Then you gave meiser sheni, which you took 1/10 and you brought it to the Beis Hamikdash. Then, when you brought it to the Beis Hamikdash, to Yerushalayim, you had to eat it in Yerushalayim. It was to teach you how to eat, or how to live in Yerushalayim, because hopefully, as the mitzvah brought down in the Svarim, the Chinuch, that had tried to get a person, once you went to Yerushalayim a bunch of times, he said, hey, you know what? I like Yerushalayim. I think I want to live here. So the idea is the Torah is saying to try to get people to come to Yerushalayim, you had to anyway eat 1/10 of everything you had that year in Yerushalayim. So the first year and the second year of that 7 was 1/10, an extra 1/10, had to be eaten, taken, you ate it. You could give it to someone else to eat, but might as well go to Yerushalayim and enjoy, enjoy your stuff. And the third year you gave, instead of Meiser Sheni, you gave something called Meiser Ani, 1/10 to the Ani. Now, since we don't have any more Meiser Sheni, we don't have that mitzvah today. So therefore, we've basically replaced it by giving the 10th all the time to the Ani. So we have to give a 10th, but we go to Aniyim. Okay. So you had Bikurim, Truma, Meiser Rishon, and Meiser Sheni. If you gave it out of order, that's the Aveira. Okay.